Fellow hobbyists, collectors, and Preheads alike, I want to welcome you to the first week of December. What does that mean exactly? Well, if you're new to this channel, I'm your host, Glennon Taylor, and this is Predator Collectibles, where we take a look at anything underneath the Predator franchise, from action figures, comic book statues, prop replicas, and what was released back in 2007, exactly 11 years from this month, was Alien vs. Predator Requiem. So I figured I would wear the t-shirt to commemorate this occasion, and even though the shirt doesn't say Requiem, it actually says Alien vs. Predator 2, I figured I would start off something for this week of December, with it being the first week, something short, sweet, and to the point. And I happen to have a collectible that meets those particular standards. And that's going to be this guy right here, and this is the FYE exclusive 6-inch Titan Wolf Predator from Alien vs. Predator Requiem. And I do believe that because he is in fact short, sweet, and to the point, that we would go ahead and do this review with this particular little vinyl figure from Titan. And we're going to look at the box as I normally do, along with the figure. Let's get started. I really do like the box, even though, as I mentioned before, it's short and sweet. It does have exclusive 6.5-inch Titan for FYE. This is only at an FYE exclusive. You can't get this anywhere else unless you're able to get it on eBay. I do highly recommend that you search eBay if you're looking for something like this. However, I also recommend that FYE does have these on sale, much lower than they first started off at $20. I think they're now even $15 a piece, or perhaps even lower, depending upon their clearance section. But on the side, you have the Alien vs. Predator blind box options, if you have not gotten the blind box edition. And on the back, it has the Alien vs. Predator, what you can get for the exclusive 6.5-inch versions. You get the Thermal, Predator, Scar, and the Wolf that we're already now looking at. On the side, it does give you the Alien. If you're an Alien aficionado, it gives you Ripley, Big Chap, and Egg, Facehugger, Dallas, Ash, Brett, so on and so forth. I really do like this box, and even though I like the box, I think we need to look at the figure itself. I must say that Titan has definitely outdone themselves on this Wolf Predator. I mean, the sculpt of this bio helmet is insane. You have the language or the Predator glyphs on his helmet. You also have the spikes, you have the tri-laser housing, you even have the mesh on his eyes. Now, the nose thing I have on the back where his dreads are, he also does have the two cannons that you'll see also in the movie that he puts on for the very first time. I love that a lot. However, the two cannons are not on his back. They're actually part of his head. And it does give you the option of turning the head. It's a little bit stiff at first, but if you'll notice when you turn it, it does have the stiffness, and the cannons move alongside the head, because again, the cannons are part of the head sculpt. And the arms do in fact move. The paint on this is very simple, but you do have a simple shuriken that's painted, his mines, his skulls, the jawbone that's on his belt, and I really do like this. Now also on the back of it, if you haven't noticed, he also has his med kit, or the kit that he uses as a cleaner kit, and that's going to be used in the very beginning of the film where he sets it to detonate or implode the ship, so there's no absolute evidence that the Predators have been there to begin with. The other really cool thing that you get as an accessory, which is the only accessory it comes with, is the spear. That's fully extended, and the detail on this is fabulous as well. I particularly did not want to take him out of his display yet as far as the spear goes. I have yet not enough room to display my collection, so I keep my stuff like this in its box until I can find a proper home to where I can display my entire collection, which hopefully I'll let you guys see that in another future video. Now again, as I mentioned before, this is a very short, sweet, to the point kind of a video, but if you happen to be not necessarily a Funko Pop collector and you're trying to find something that's a little bit much more in depth and detail and not something that is simplified, like for example, I have this little guy behind me. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit much more in detailed than this guy, I mean, he's cute and all, and he has what is in fact a Predator sculpt, but this guy, I mean, my goodness, that to me is a vinyl figure. This definitely outweighs a Funko Pop. So it bursts on scale. You can see exactly the two matching each other. Now, unfortunately, as I mentioned before, there's only been 3 of these. I do hope that Titan does more of them outside of the San Diego Comic-Con version. So I guess technically there's 4, And I've already reviewed that SDCC exclusive 6.5 inch Jungle Hunter, which you can see right up here. I love that figure. The paint on it is fantastic, along with this paint as well. That's awesome. So if by any chance you are a Predator fan, not necessarily a Funko Pop fan, but you want to add something that's vinyl to your collection, I highly recommend Titan as being the first one to break up that part of your collection. However, if you are in fact a Predator fan, make sure that you share this video on all social media platforms. It helps out the channel a lot. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, click on that subscribe button as well as the bell notification for when you're notified when all my videos have been uploaded. I greatly appreciate the support on this channel. I love Predator. I hope you do as well. I will see you next week for yet another Predator Wolf review. And as always, guys, happy hunting.